I know you're busy. That's why we catch you up on everything you missed around the Big Ten this weekend. Everything you need to know. We'll do it in just 10 minutes. Rapid fire right here. By the way, here's a hint. James Franklin got fired, and Indiana is good enough to win it all. It's our rapid recap. Locked on Big Ten starts right now.
You are Locked On Big Ten, your daily podcast on the Big Ten Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Big Ten. I'm Craig Sheeman, 40 years as a sports talk show host and play-by-play announcer. I want to thank you for making us your first listen each and every day. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Hey, hit that free subscribe button. That way you'll never miss a single episode. We're here every day for you. And if you could share, follow, and like, that would be great as well. Plus, you can hype YouTube videos as well. So, Penn State stunner, right? They fire James Franklin. I don't know if it was such a stunner. I mean, kind of saw this coming. The question was the buyout. Indiana jumps to number 3 in the AP poll. Can they win a national championship? We'll get you caught up with everything going on in the Big Ten. But first, Penn State lost its third straight game. They lost to Northwestern 22-21, and they lost it at home. Boom. That's not good. 3 losses in a row. A lot of the crowd on Saturday chanting, fire Franklin. The school obliged on Sunday. They fired him in the middle of his 12th season, despite the $49 million left on his contract. They have to pay him off. Terry Smith, the associate head coach, he will be the interim head coach for the remainder of the season. By the way, lost in all this, David Braun, big win for him at Northwestern. But making matters worse for Penn State, quarterback Drew Allar suffered a season-ending leg injury. He's out for the year. And they got a tough schedule coming up at Iowa. They've got Ohio State. They got Indiana. It is going to be tough for Penn State no matter what moving forward. All right, elsewhere, Indiana. They go into Autzen Stadium in Oregon, and they win 30-20. So, listen, there was a key part to this ball game that you need to know about. Indiana had the lead, but then there was a pick six. Oregon had a pick six that tied the game at 20 with 12 minutes to go. The crowd was back into it. It was nuts. It was insane. And Indiana answered. Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback, put together a 12-play, 75-yard drive. Took 6 minutes. It took the lead back when Mendoza found Elijah Surratt with an 8-yard touchdown. They added another field goal for the 30-20 score there. The Hoosiers' defense was just as good, sacking Dante Moore 6 times and intercepting him twice. For the Oregon Ducks, it was their first ever Big Ten conference loss. They were undefeated champions last year in the Big Ten, and this is the first time they lost. Kind of something to get used to. It was going to happen eventually, right? And the Associated Press this weekend just bumped the Hoosiers up to number 3 in the country after winning at one of the toughest home field advantages in college football. Michigan rolled into the Coliseum to take on USC, and USC looked complete. Both sides of the ball for the most part. They won 31-13 over Michigan. Freshman walk-on King Miller ran for 158 yards and a touchdown. Jade Maya passed for 265 yards and 2 touchdowns in the win. And USC was down 2 starting offensive linemen. USC was down 2 starting running backs until Miller ran wild all over the field out of the backfield. Bryce Underwood for Michigan threw for 207 yards and 2 touchdowns in the loss. USC running back Waymon Jordan and Michigan's Justice Haynes both left the game with injuries. USC now hits the road to face arch rival Notre Dame in South Bend next week. Michigan, by the way, hosts Washington. Hey, how about the number 1 team in the country, Ohio State? They went in to take on 17th-ranked Illinois, and they came out with a 34-16 win. Now, the Buckeyes opened up with a 20-0 lead in this game, and then Illinois kind of got back into it in the third quarter, 20-10, and then Ohio State pulled ahead again. Julian Sayin with 2 touchdown passes. C.J. Donaldson, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Scary moment. Jeremiah Smith had an awkward landing, got flipped, landed on his head, back folded over the wrong way, but he did return to the game, but it looked very, very painful. Scary moment for Buckeyes fans, and for him too, I'm sure. Ohio State's Peyton Pierce had an interception. By the way, that defense, Matt Patricia's defense, forced 3 turnovers, and they cashed those in on 21 points in that game. Illinois' best player, Hank Beatty, held to a modest 7 catches for 48 yards in that game. How about UCLA? After the win over Penn State, they go on the road. They hit Michigan State and win handily 38-13. They're the talk of the town in the Big Ten. And what was unusual about this game is UCLA opened up with a 3-and-out, 0 yards. Michigan State gets the ball back. They put together a 10-play drive and they score. It's up 7-0. From that point on, UCLA scored 38 unanswered points. Nico Iamaleava, the hero of the Penn State game, threw 3 more touchdown passes in this game. 7 Bruins combined for 238 yards on the ground. The Bruins had a 12-play scoring drive and a couple of 10-play scoring drives. Sustained scoring drives. Looking pretty good. Again, the talk of the town. And on the other side, look, this game was a massive setback at home for Jonathan Smith in year 2 as the head coach at Michigan State. Nebraska and Maryland. Did you catch this game? This was a lot of back and forth. Nebraska wins 34-31. Nebraska wins a 1-score game. We all know, if you're a Nebraska fan, that's been a problem. Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola was all over the map on this game. He had 3 interceptions, including a pick 6, but he also had 4 touchdown passes. So he bounced back from that, including the game-winning touchdown pass with 1:08 to go. It was a 3-yard touchdown pass to Dane Key, the transfer from Kentucky. Emmett Johnson ran for 176 yards, had a 50-yarder in that game. Isaiah Hunter, 5 catches, 125 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Kenneth Williams had an 85-yard kickoff return to set up a score. Meanwhile, on the other side, we're big fans of Malik Washington, the freshman quarterback at Maryland, who comes up short in this game. They've lost a couple in a row now. He threw for 249 yards and a touchdown. But it was Dante Joyner who had the 67-yard pick 6 we alluded to off Dylan Raiola earlier here, and just one of 3 Maryland interceptions in that game. Iowa blanked Wisconsin 37-0. And Iowa putting up 37 points, Wisconsin scoring 0. I don't know where you want to start with this conversation, but Iowa was coming off with a tough loss from against Indiana at home, and then they had a bye week to get ready for this. Mark Gronowski, who injured his knee in the Indiana game, did play here. Kamari Moulton had 92 of his 96 yards in the first half. Then Iowa running back Xavier Williams scored 2 touchdowns. He on 29-yarder and a 19-yarder, 55 yards rushing on the day for him. As far as Wisconsin, I don't know, man. It's broken. It is. It might be the next coach we're talking about over there, sadly. Billy Edwards has been hurt at quarterback. Danny O'Neal gets benched. Hunter Simmons comes in last week against Michigan for his first start for the Badgers. He started again here, but he threw 2 first-half interceptions. It's not looking good for Wisconsin. Purdue and Minnesota. This was the most bizarre game of the weekend. Purdue jumped out to a 10-0 lead at Minnesota. Minnesota answered with 10 points to tie it. Anyway, fast forward into the second half. Minnesota puts together a 14-play, 70-yard drive with 6.5 minutes to go. Drake Lindsey, the young quarterback, finds Jameson Gears for a 4-yard touchdown. That ties the game at 20. This was about 7:47 left in the game. This was a 6-minute drive. That's what I meant to say. Now, after they kicked the ball off, Purdue's quarterback, Ryan Brown, he throws a pick 6. Coy Parrish the other way. 27 yards for the score. So all of a sudden, Minnesota flipped this game. They scored 14 points in 7 seconds. Boom. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, this weekend started on Friday night with the Rutgers-Washington game. Washington wins 38-19, but a career night for Washington quarterback Damon Williams Jr. In the air and on the ground. In the air, 402 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, by the way, there's 2 touchdown passes, both to Denzel Boston for 20 and 38 yards respectively. Then he rushed for 136 yards. I'm talking about their quarterback, Damon Williams. 400-yard passing day, 136 on the ground, 2 more touchdowns. He's the 16th player in FBS history to throw for 400 yards and rush for 100 yards, and first since 2023. That's something you don't see every day. And the 538 yards of total offense is a school record. What was going on there is Rutgers was keying on star running back Jonah Coleman. So he only had a season low of 44 yards, but the quarterback keeper and running around, Damon Williams did everything else from that point moving on. So, and by the way, the Huskies trailed in this game by double digits at one point, but they scored on 4 straight drives in the second half. Rutgers quarterback Ethan Kaliak-Manis also set career highs with 386 yards in the air, 30 of 51, threw for 2 touchdowns. And Ian Strong, if he plays, he's going to get 100 yards every game. 7 catches, 124 yards. And keep in mind that Rutgers failed to convert 4th down twice inside the 10-yard line. Otherwise, it may have been a different game. What do you think? The entire weekend. James Franklin getting fired, Indiana winning big, UCLA winning. Do we leave anything out? I don't think so. That was pretty big. So we promise. Got it all in 10 minutes. Our rapid recap. If you are new here, we're here every day. Multiple podcasts every day. All things Big Ten. Hit that free subscribe button down below, and then you can join us, and that way you'll never miss a single episode. And you can follow and share and like. That helps us out, too. Don't forget, we have audio-only version if you want it at Apple or Spotify. And we also have a website, talkbig10.com, where all of our podcasts go. And there are links for you to buy your favorite Big Ten school merchandise there if you want. But the podcasts are there regardless. So we're going to tell you what we're going to do here this weekend regarding our upcoming live broadcast that you can be a part of. That's all coming up in just 1 minute right here on Locked On Big Ten. This is the Mazda Moving the Game Forward, brought to you by those who believe it's not just about playing the game, it's about redefining it, because these moments do more than win. They push what's possible. They remind us to go that extra yard, shift into that extra gear, keep the game moving forward, much like Damon Williams at Washington did with 538 yards of offense. He kept it moving forward. Absolutely. Just like Mazda. So when you follow what moves you, the unexpected is only the beginning. And just like there's more than every highlight in a game, there's more to a Mazda vehicle. Mazda, move and be moved. You excited about watching games because you're a fan, right? It's very exciting. It gets more exciting with FanDuel, especially NFL games with the NFL season right here in full swing. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. You pick a bet, put down $5. If it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets across the app. And the app is so easy to use. You can find all your games, your point spreads, your player props, all right there at your fingertips. And you win, payback is really, really fast. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com and download the FanDuel app today and get started. That's at FanDuel.com. Let me ask you a question about your money, because I got something to tell you about Monarch Money. Is your money all over the place? You got a bank account here, an investment account here, a 401k there. Pull it all together with Monarch Money. Monarch Money is made for busy people like you. That's right. So it's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. And it's built for busy people. And if you've been putting off organizing your finances, Monarch is definitely for you. You can pull in your spouse or your significant other's finances too, so you can all see it together all in one place. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use the code LOCKEDONCollege at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with the code LOCKEDONCollege. That's at monarchmoney.com. Thanks for checking us out here on Locked On Big Ten. All right, we're here every day, multiple podcasts every day, getting you ready for everything that's going on in the Big Ten. On the weekends, we pick a big game and we go live right after that game. So I get your immediate, unfiltered reaction. You get mine as well. I always love that part of it. It's a lot of fun. We do it every Saturday. Sometimes this past Saturday, we did it after 2 games. We did it after the Indiana-Oregon game, and we did it again late at night after the Michigan-USC game. Only going to do one this Saturday as we're looking ahead to the weekend. We're going to follow the USC-Notre Dame game, the big rivalry game, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on NBC. As soon as it's over, as soon as the winning coach is doing the interview on the field, when that's all done, we'll go live. This will be about 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific. So we invite you to join us then. There are many ways for you to join us until then and interact with me at Twitter at TalkBig10, our website where our podcast and school merchandise are at TalkBig10, 10.com. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Share, follow, and like. That helps us out too. And don't forget, college football fans, Locked On and Fire TV present the College Football Kickoff, your ultimate college football weekly preview. Drake Toll, the great host of Locked On Big 12, anchors it, along with 2-time AP Coach of the Year Gary Patterson. and former college star Jesse Holley, and then all of our Locked On experts come on and preview all the games. And it's a job that only Locked On can do. Catch the college football kickoff every Thursday throughout the season only on Fire TV. That'll do it for us here. Can't wait to talk to you again tomorrow. For Locked On Big Ten, I'm Craig Sheeman. We'll talk to you next time.